Okay, so imagine this. The ocean floor is like an uncharted map, and now we have robots mapping it in ways we never could before. That's what NOAA's uncrewed vehicles are doing, and it's changing everything.
It's incredible to think about. Welcome to DeActa Daily Digest. I'm Joseph.
And I'm Juniper. Here are today's top stories. Let's start with NOAA's uncrewed systems, or UXS. These autonomous vehicles are revolutionizing how we navigate U.S. waterways, and the implications are massive.
What's so fascinating is how these systems are stepping into places humans can't safely go. They're collecting data on everything from the seafloor to ocean currents, and it's all being used to make navigation safer and more efficient.
Exactly. One of their biggest contributions is in bathymetry, mapping the seafloor with advanced sonar. These maps are incredibly detailed and reveal hazards like shipwrecks or shifting sandbars that could pose serious risks to vessels.
And those maps aren't just for immediate use. They're also updating official nautical charts, which is a huge deal for long-term maritime safety. It's like giving mariners a constantly improving GPS for the ocean.
Beyond mapping, these vehicles are also collecting data on ocean currents, temperature, and salinity. This information helps mariners plan routes that avoid strong opposing currents or take advantage of favorable ones.
That's a game changer for the shipping industry. By optimizing routes, they can save fuel, stick to schedules, and even improve supply chain resilience. It's a win for everyone involved.
And the data doesn't just disappear after it's collected. NOAA's National Centers for Environmental Information archives it all, making it available for researchers, policymakers, and industry leaders.
That means the data isn't just solving immediate problems. It's also fueling long-term studies and innovations that could make waterways even safer in the future. It's a perfect example of technology serving both short-term and long-term goals.
It really is. But now, let's shift gears to a much heavier topic: the escalating tensions between Israel and Iran. This situation is deeply concerning and has far-reaching implications.
Absolutely. Israeli airstrikes targeted multiple locations in Iran, including major cities like Tehran and Isfahan. These strikes came after missile exchanges between the two countries, and the conflict seems to be escalating rapidly.
The airstrikes reportedly hit military installations, and there were even explosions near Karg Island in the Persian Gulf. Iran characterized its missile strikes on northern Israel as retaliation for earlier Israeli actions against Hezbollah positions in Beirut.
It's a cycle of action and reaction that's incredibly dangerous. And it's not just about Israel and Iran. Lebanon and Hezbollah are heavily involved, adding another layer of complexity to the situation.
And the human toll is already significant. In Lebanon, there have been casualties and injuries from Israeli strikes, and in Iran, at least 15 people were reported wounded. The impact on civilians is devastating.
It's heartbreaking to think about. And then there's the economic impact. Oil prices spiked after the renewed exchanges, although they eased somewhat when Iran announced it was suspending operations.
That suspension seems like a calculated move. Iran has paused its strikes on Israel, but warned it will resume if Israel continues its operations in southern Lebanon. It's a fragile situation, to say the least.
And the U.S. is playing a critical role in trying to de-escalate tensions. President Trump has been urging both sides to step back, and there's been a lot of communication between the U.S., Israel, and Iran.
But even with U.S. involvement, the situation remains incredibly precarious. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu has emphasized Israel's right to defend itself, while Iran appears ready to escalate further if its allies are attacked.
And then there's the broader international response. The European Union has called for restraint, and countries like the UK and Pakistan are urging renewed diplomacy. It's a reminder of how interconnected these conflicts are.
It really is. The ripple effects extend far beyond the immediate region, affecting global markets, international relations, and, of course, countless lives. It's a stark contrast to the story we started with.
On one hand, we have technology like NOAA's uncrewed vehicles, which represent progress and innovation. On the other hand, we have the persistent challenges of conflict and diplomacy. It's a balance, isn't it?
It is. The hope is that advancements in one area, like technology, can eventually help address challenges in another, like conflict resolution. but that's a long-term vision.
In the meantime, it's important to stay informed and engaged. Whether it's understanding how new technologies work or keeping up with global events, knowledge is key to navigating these complex times.
Absolutely. And that's why conversations like this are so important. They help us connect the dots and see the bigger picture.
Well said. On that note, we'll wrap up for today. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Take care, everyone.